Introduce our next speaker. This is somebody that I've really been impressed with striving for change. I consider him a brother and a friend, and I am going to welcome now Imam Asad Zaman.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for assembling here on this cold night. I want to say a special thank you to the students who have gathered us and who are the cause for us coming together here today. And I want to apologize to you for our failure. We, the adults, have failed to protect you, and for that we are sorry. It was our job to protect you, and it was not your job to protect us. And we, the adults, have not done our job. And for that, I apologize. There is perhaps no country on earth that tolerates tens of thousands of their citizens being slaughtered and considers that normal. For some reason, that has become normalized in this country. I don't understand it. I don't claim to understand it. I just want it to change. There is perhaps no country on earth that will tolerate tens of thousands of their citizens being killed by disease and not look at a public health crisis. Can you imagine if 10,000 Americans were killed by the Ebola virus? What would our elected officials do? What would the people of this country rise up to do? If 10,000 of our people were killed by a foreign army, what would we do? It's mind-boggling to me. Now, as a faith leader, I want to tell you something else. So I have often been observing over the last decade or two that things that used to be core and integral to our faith are no longer part of the conversation. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you heard the word evil mentioned on television or sinful mentioned on television? The last time I heard that word mentioned was in a chocolate commercial. The chocolate was so tasty, it was sinful. Even that word was made positive. Let me explain a concept of sin. Sin is that which offends God. And God has endowed the people with life. And He has made life precious. And He has commanded us to protect life. Sinful is that which destroys life. That is sinful. Let's bring that vocabulary back. For some reason, this word has been reserved only for discussion of sexual politics. I don't understand this. I don't get it. People need to understand God is annoyed and angered when human life is destroyed. And human life is being destroyed right now. And that is sinful. And there are merchants of death that profit off of this sin. And we need to call it out. We need to expect our elected officials to pay attention to crying babies and to dying children more than they pay attention to the merchants of death. Does that seem like an unreasonable demand? No. I don't know. It seems like an unreasonable demand. I mean, I'm asking for it. I don't understand why this is still an issue. Now, I want to make this clear. Nobody is saying take away all the guns. This country has something called the Second Amendment, and it has its place. It's mind-boggling to me that the Second Amendment begins with a well-regulated militia, and the idea of regulations is somehow unconstitutional. Again, there are things I don't understand. I'm an American by choice. I was not born in this country. I came to this country, I studied the Constitution, I took a test, I became a citizen. So there are things that, I read and I think that what is written should be what is happening. And, I make that mistake. I assume that what's written should happen. And it says well-regulated militia. I'm like, so where are the regulations? So I want to thank the youth who have organized this. Thank you for leading. At this point, I don't care who gets it done as long as it gets done. I think I'm done with my time. Thank you. He's looking at me funny.